How do you do? We're about to unfold the story of
the son of Frankenstein.
This one is probably just as bad as his father.
Good morning, son.
Well, hello.
My son, you have inherited the fortune of the Frankensteins. I trust you will not inherit their fate.
By heaven, I think you're a worse fiend than your father.
What are you gonna do about it? There's a monster afoot and you know it.
Well, we've warned you.
You've been warned. Welcome back to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast that dissects the Universal Frankenstein film series minute by minute. I am Thom Lang.
And I'm Bill Evenson, and you join us for minute 50.
50.
This is it. We did
That's
it.
right. Halfway.
It's the oh my goodness! Did you just
point.
did a bunch of you blow on the thing and did you put a lot of those on there at that point, and you could hear a little bit of like a confetti gun and
celebration going on.
Christ's sake! Oh, Son of Frankenstein.
We've got Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre performing.
Nice.
At halftime here.
Yep, and Eminem. I don't know.
Eminem.
Yep. Anyways, so here we are at the halfway point of Son of Frankenstein, Universal International's 19. Is it
no,
international?
The international is not till 46, so you're jumping the gun.
I'm jumping the gun. Once again, I'm jumping the gun. I'm thinking of Bud
think
Abbott, Lou Costello,
Superior?
Son of Frankenstein. Oh, hey, you
Beatles.
do know a little bit about the Beatles.
I know the Beatles pretty well.
I've heard that song described as a history of rock and roll up to that point. So if you listen to the whole thing, it goes from one style to the next.
Well, let's listen to it now. I happen to have John right here. Let's bring him out.
There he is.
Yeah, anyway.
And Wolf enters.
Nothing like a good walk through the woods for clearing one's mind.
I get it.
You know,
I mean,
and the woods are full of mosquitoes. So when you're out in the woods, you just can't beat off.
Oh.
Thank you, Joel Hodgson.
Goodness.
Is
that a Joel
It was one of the
Hodgson?
KTMA episodes of Mystery Science Theater.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you can still find it. I don't even remember the movie.
Sure, because there's more available now than there ever was.
Yeah,
there's nothing that's
only
less available.
There's only one or two, I think, the first
I think
couple.
there's one full episode that still is not available.
Okay.
Other than that, they're all out there
right.
for if you're enterprising enough to find them.
Okay.
I think we could probably do another 20 minutes on Mystery Science Theater if you'd like, or would you?
Not. No, let's.
I mean, it is a Beatles podcast, so we should probably talk about the Beatles.
That's what I was talking about how I was screaming at the thing, cutting out a bunch of. Yeah, it was Mystery Science Theater.
We should just do 20 minutes on you editing this podcast.
Yeah, we could.
So yeah, there's. I was gonna say it is. There's nothing quite like a walk, going for a walk to clear your mind. I think that is true. Getting a little bit of your heart rate elevated.
Yeah,
I mean, we're nerdy people, and we sit around and we just
pretty sedentary. Yeah.
Sedentary lifestyle. How's your diet? You had said
it's
a
good.
month ago that you've been less meat, less red meat.
I think I've lost like 20 pounds since Christmas time.
Nice. You look fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. You look terrible.
Like shit.
Well, I know where they went. They're over here on this side of the table. All
right. Scientists must have clear minds and steady nerves.
Not like police inspectors
Yeah,
who are all
clearly
drunks.
not. Yeah, I mean, haphazard, tense.
Yeah.
Nothing like a tense.
Clear
fabric.
minds and steady nerves. And then, and then I was trying to think of a joke for that, and I was like, drunk and drunk.
Yeah.
I guess was the opposite of both of those.
Basically.
Yeah, but I do think that it's kind of neat. Like everything about Krog is great, but like in this particular case, it's like he's opening with flattery. Like, oh, you scientists, you must have clear minds and steady nerves.
It's what's called the compliment sandwich. Have you heard that? Or if you're gonna,
I think you said it once.
If you're going to criticize somebody, open with something positive.
Yeah.
Then do the criticism, and then end with something positive, and that's what they'll take away is, oh, I better fix that. I better, rather than fuck you.
Yeah. Now you got me thinking about the things you've said to me on this podcast. Yeah. I'm going to have to go back and re-listen.
Oh, dear. I was
like, hey, Bill, that's a nice shirt you're wearing. Too bad you're a fuck-up.
Did I not cut that out? I thought I cut that out.
It was more of an open-faced sandwich. You didn't even, at the end, you just have to get the hell out of here, you fucking piece of shit.
I thought I cut that out. I guess I...
It's in our opening theme.
Oh, better go back and re-listen. Oh God, I hear you're knee deep in experiments right now. And
yeah. So
Wolf glares at Elsa like,
that's great. Yeah, like you bitch.
Oh fuck.
I shouldn't say that. He does. He freaks out a little bit. I really like Rathbone in this scene. I think he's doing everything right, and I can also see why some people wouldn't like it.
Right, but he's not over the top like he is later on. There's some scenes where it just whoa, okay, cut. Let's try that again. Dial it back a little bit.
Okay.
No, he's fine.
We're only halfway through.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be wrapping this up just yet. But a quick glance at Elsa. Yeah, knee deep in experiments.
Yeah,
I like that because what she said was deep. Yeah. I watched it a number of times, and she doesn't say knee deep.
No, that's Krog just kind of, I think, twisting the knife a little bit
because he knows he has bad knee.
He knows it's going to needle him and get him off guard.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, there you go. Okay, so that compliment sandwich, is he already starting to?
Yeah, maybe
because
he does that. Well, he does this throughout the film.
Yeah,
he'll ease into something and then he'll jab and then he'll kind of ease out of it.
Interesting.
Even in that scene where they're doing who's on first in front of the fireplace early on, he kind of does that.
So remind me when
it's early when they first meet each other, and they kind of go back and forth about, oh well, it's this. Oh no, it's not. It's this.
Okay, but if I go back and look at it, he's disarming him with
a little bit,
stuff.
Not necessarily compliments, but just sort of easing into it, and then a little jab, and then easing. So he's not constantly hammering him with.
How could anyone think this movie didn't have a script?
Well, I had a script.
It's just so weird.
Yeah.
But like that's the other thing I read in the Mank thing is Josephine Hutchinson, and you've said this before, but she very clearly spells out that they were getting the lines on the day, and they'd go in the corner and rehearse them, and she says something like, that might be great for some people, but for people like me and Pinky,
professionals who actually do this for a living, it's not so much.
Well, she specifies her and Pinky, and she says Pinky, and somebody maybe
Basil, I think,
because she doesn't even. She also points out that she doesn't even work. Well, spoilers. I don't even think she meets anybody else. She doesn't meet Carla Lugosi.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I asked my friend John about that. We talked about it and how you thought, that's a good idea.
How I thought that?
Learning your lines that morning right away, and they're going to sound more natural. And I said, no, I don't agree.
Okay, sound more natural. I'll stand by that part of it. I'm not saying it's the right thing, though.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's the only way you should go. I'm saying it's a way, and it's valid.
To a point.
And you asked your friend John about it.
Yeah, and he's like, he no, he doesn't.
You got to quit the podcast, man.
Yeah, that fucker is just polluting your brain with bad ideas. It doesn't agree because it takes the craft out of it. It also, you're just blankly repeating things that you're just parroting back what you're supposed to say. Whereas you learn the lines, you rehearse. You can
it's
bring
such an
it.
Obvious response.
You're just saying it.
It depends on the individual, but
I suppose.
Yeah, if you are the type of person who is likely to give some thought to what you're doing, then that'll be good too.
Yeah.
But Bela Lugosi's not going to do that. He doesn't care.
All right. You're working in your old father's old laboratory.
Yeah. It's interesting. What I had here was about. I've talked already about how much I like Rathbone in this. What's weird is it's so much of it is a series of close-ups. So it's a close-up of Rathbone. Mm-hmm. When I say close-up, what I mean is a one-shot.
Yeah, it's a one-shot.
So is that a medium close-up?
Yeah. I mean, close-up would be like shoulders up.
It's not a two-shot.
Right.
So you can't see Atwell. And I wish, that's my only concern about this minute, is I wish that you could see...
It would have played it out in a two-shot?
Played it out in a two-shot because you see the way Rathbone is reacting to the things that Atwell's saying. Mm-hmm. But you can't see Atwell. So you can't see that... It seems like Wolf's reactions, Krog must not be looking at him because he's kind of overdoing it a little bit. Yeah, he's like, yeah. The villagers call it the monster's home.
Boy, murdering ghosts, monster's home. Those Frankensteinians, they sure know how to turn a phrase, don't they? Those are pithy.
That's right.
And they call never mind. It's not going anywhere. I was gonna have something else.
What I was gonna say was, it sounds like he made it up.
It does.
Like it's so dumb.
It's so bad.
But then I remembered what the villagers were like, and they're like, ah!
Yeah.
Oof, that was louder than I thought it was gonna be.
We're in the red zone now.
Monster's home.
The monster's home.
The villagers call it the monster's home. That's the title of this week's episode. Chilling at the monster's home with Snoop Dogg,
Dr. Dre. Oh, dear.
no.
You haven't seen him stalking about.
Everything is great about Atwell.
Yeah.
And Krog.
He's just like
Haven't seen him
firing him.
stalking about, have you?
No.
But it's so great. I mean, obviously.
Wolf says no, and he's not lying because he hasn't
Right.
seen him stalking
Right.
about.
But I was just going to say it's obvious that we're having this 3-part conversation where Krog is trying to interrogate Wolf while not letting Elsa know that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
So he says things like, "You haven't seen him stalking about, have you?" Like he's throwing it away.
It's just like.
But he's really trying to get a
he's
reaction.
Actually trying to get, and he gets one.
Yes.
No. I fear he'll never stalk again.
Weird thing to say. I fear he'll never stalk again.
Really?
Yeah.
That should be a comfort to you.
You would think.
Yeah. Luckily, he'll never walk again.
Yes.
You know?
You would think it would go that direction.
Yeah. And Krog doesn't react to that.
No. And again, if these things were played in 2 shots, maybe there'd be a little bit more. I don't know. I fear he'll never stalk again. At that point, he still looks really nervous. Wolf is not on his game at all.
His feigned nonchalance is not selling at all.
He has gone for a walk for
really
hours, and when he came back, he does not have a clear mind, and he does not have steady nerves. Yeah,
not
he's
at all.
Totally thrown.
No, he's very unconvincing in his nonchalance.
And everything Krog is doing is having exactly the right effect.
Yeah,
that he.
You can hear the sweat starting to prickle up on his forehead at this point.
And there are better examples of that later in the film.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty good one.
It's pretty good. Curious to know why you chose that place to work.
It was my father's. What's your problem? That's kind of weird the way he says that.
It was my father's.
It was my father's.
Yeah, but without a roof?
What are you
high?
I do like that. Here's the problem I have with our podcast.
Oh, you want?
Here's why I'm leaving Frankenstein Minute.
Get comfy.
I seem to get a lot of feedback. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I seem to see a lot of feedback from people saying that maybe I'm trying too hard. Actually, Dino just came right out and said it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that I'm just trying to pretend that I like this movie or something.
Oh.
But I really do love this movie. So now I'm gonna talk some more about how much I love this movie, and then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, he's trying so hard to sell the idea that this is a good movie, and we all know it's shit." And it's like, no, that's not what I'm doing. I really do love. Now I completely forgot what was the line you just said.
Without a roof?
Yeah. So now we have that continued interrogation that I was talking about, and he's going to explain this entire scenario to us, so that to make sure we haven't missed it. I guess we should know by this point that it doesn't have a roof.
Yeah.
But we're gonna spell out all this entire situation, and Wolf is on the defensive, and Krog is on the offensive, and Elsa's there going, "Wait, what?
What the hell's going on? Yeah.
Whoa!
What? No, I sealed it with some heavy canvas.
So I loaded up the minutes and I put them on a loop where they'll just play over and over again. This has never happened in all the years of Frankenstein Minute, but Jackie and I actually watched the minutes like 3 times.
Okay.
And every time that came to that line, I would put my thumb up. We just started doing the thumb, basically. He does a little thumb.
Yeah.
He puts his little teaspoon down and he puts his thumb up, but just barely. Like Bill Clinton used to hold his thumb. Just nothing crazy. Just a little bit of I sealed it up with some heavy canvas.
Don't the sulfur fumes bother you?
Yeah, and that's now I've got Elsa's attention.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
What now?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not at all. And I beg to differ.
Yeah. Sulfur fumes?
Yeah, it would be so hot and so pungent with sulfur fumes that you'd probably suffocate.
Really?
If you sealed the roof up.
Especially if you sealed it with some heavy canvas.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. I'm just making this up off the top of my head.
Yep.
He's lying about the heavy canvas.
He left the roof open?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see next time we see the structure if it has heavy canvas on the roof or not.
Okay.
It says something about his character, too, that he's not bothered by the sulfur. And I would think that most people would be choking on it. And I also think he would smell of sulfur when he came back into the house.
So like
if I'm out in the garage painting something with like an enamel paint, my clothes will smell like that enamel paint when I come in.
Yeah. My impression of this sulfur pit is that if you were about 10 miles away, you'd be like,
You're like,
ugh,
oh, Jesus, what
gross.
is that? Yeah.
Did you fucking fart? What's the matter with you? You had egg salad for lunch?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
gross.
think it would be.
But I will also say, as part of what's going on in this scene, my assumption is that he's not he is bothered by it, or he's trying to.
I think
he's lying.
He's lying.
He probably doesn't like the sulfur all that much.
But it took him.
But he's got to seal up the roof with heavy canvas, or at least say he did, so people don't come snooping around.
It took him a while to even know that there was a sulfur pit in there when he first
that's
walks
true.
through. So I would think, like you said, you're 100 feet away and like, holy shit.
Well, okay,
What
that's
fucking
one way to
died
read
in
that.
there?
Another way to read it would be you just didn't see him walking up going, what is that smell? And then when he gets there, he goes, oh, sulfur.
Sure.
That's one way to read that.
Fine.
There goes Bill again.
Yep. And yeah, then Elsa's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What?
Come again?
What does she say?
I don't remember, but...
Sulfur fumes?
Okay, so he says,
no.
Curious, oh, I still have sulfur fumes bother you? Oh, no, not at all. Sulfur fumes?
Sulfur fumes?
Yeah.
Then he looks all uncomfortable and
He?
Krog.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, madam.
Forgive
you
me,
see-
Baron.
Yeah, I
think it's important. Forgive me, Baron. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned that. I thought Madam knew.
It's like he's talking about like, oh yeah, the place has a glory hole or something. No, you don't talk about that in mixed company.
Pinky's like, oh, I thought Madam knew. In fact, for all I knew, Madam was on the other
side.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Igor.
Oh, with those teeth. Oh, no.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. So here's the other thing that I think is funny about this, and this has all been established in these like minute and a half. Not only has Elsa not visited the town, she hasn't even bothered to go into the backyard.
Yeah, because
she has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's, I don't know.
Well, she saw it.
It's in the backyard.
She saw it through the window.
Yeah,
like,
what's
what
that?
What is that?
Well, that's a sulfur pit. That's my glory hole sulfur pit. It's I'm gay as a lark. Didn't I tell you?
This is all new to you? I mean, how long have we been married?
Yeah, we talked about this. There's our relationship, and then there's what I do when I leave.
Oh,
why
dear
is
God.
the sulfur
He's
pit a
talking
secret?
about, it's not like it's a glass coffee table or anything like that.
Exactly.
Jeez.
But seriously, why is it a secret?
Know.
Like,
I don't know.
She's astonished by this. I guess the only way I can read it is he just doesn't want to talk about what goes on out there at all.
Yeah,
because he doesn't want anybody to bug him.
He certainly doesn't want her coming around there.
He doesn't want her to go, why are you spending all this time in the sulfur fumes? Yeah. What's the matter with you? Yeah, he just generally just draws a line.
There's a very hard...
I'm going to go for a walk when he's really out. Actually, do you think he did go for a walk? Well, I guess he did. Because he came back and he grazed a ghost, pins and needles.
And
she sent him out to go on a walk.
Get the hell out of here. What the hell's wrong with you?
You're bugging me.
You know what that's like.
She's all dressed up for tea. She looks lovely.
She's very well put together.
This is a big moment for her. Like, she doesn't have a lot going on.
No,
she's got Peter.
Inspector coming to visit is...
Amelia's raising Peter. Yeah, the inspector has come for tea.
She wants as little to do with Peter as she can possibly have, I think. Like the rest of us. That fucking kid.
Oh, God.
God, don't even start.
Sulfur fumes? Maybe I'll go out there. Maybe I should help you with it. You need a hand with your experiments?
This film's Frankenstein family history states that the structure was built by the Romans over a natural sulfur pit. Used them as mineral baths. Mm-hmm. Sure.
What country are we in?
We're in somewhere in
Germany?
In the Germanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know geography well, but I actually decided to look it up to see if the Romans occupied Germany, because they were occupied a lot. The Roman Empire was gigantic. It was huge. But the general consensus on the internet, which is where I learned everything.
Well, that's where you would...
That's where you go. I was going to say that's where you start. No, that's it.
Yeah.
Is that's where the wall kind of happened for them. Not a literal wall, but that's where the end of the Roman Empire...
Okay.
They couldn't get Germany. Didn't
but
work out.
They did make it into the British Isles, though.
Yeah, but Germany was a step too far. I think they actually did occupy Germany for like 2 years.
Hitler stopped
it. And then Hitler took it back in like 6.
Yeah.
That's what year this happened. It was like 6.
Yeah, okay.
I think they occupied parts of Germany from like 4 to 6.
Okay.
So a very short period of time.
So in that 2-year span, they built
this structure over the sulfur pit.
The world's first health resort, perhaps.
So
I so want to continue because that's where the line stops. And his reaction is great.
He scoffs.
As the
subtitles say. Scoffs. And he makes a funny face, like,
Okay.
yeah. So the Romans, the actual ones, they used sulfur or fumes from its combustion as an insecticide.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't need off after all.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Boy, how often does insecticide...
Yeah.
Well, off's not an insecticide, I guess.
No, it's
a...
deterrent.
Yeah. They used... and to purify a sick room and cleanse its air of evil.
Oh, I think you're bringing in plenty of evil if you're bringing sulfur in.
Yeah, you'd think.
It's an evil smell. It's pretty hardcore.
Brimstone. It's it's on the list.
It's up there with things that you really don't want to be smelling.
Yeah, but I think it is interesting that they did that. When I looked it up, I was like, did the Romans do this?
So there is
it seems like maybe they would have done that.
There is something to that. Okay.
Yeah, I think that it's stretching the boundaries of like I said, credulity that they would have been there and that they would have done that.
Yeah.
But it's possible they could have done both of those
And
things.
how many millennia later, it's still bubbling?
I don't know. I went and saw Old Faithful.
Yeah.
Still going.
That's my retirement plan. Yellowstone going up, and we're done.
Your retirement plan is to jump on a geyser?
No, Yellowstone to finally erupt and take out the whole Midwest. Because it's way overdue. It's like
really?
hundreds of years overdue for a huge eruption. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. What do you mean? So you're saying Old Faithful is a volcano?
I think below it is. That's why you get that steam shooting up like that.
No
It's
kidding.
so hot down below it. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a geologist, but I play one on TV.
I don't know. I live in Minnesota, and there are so many disaster scenarios that I live.
Yeah.
I was talking to, do you know Steve Steiner?
I do.
We were talking about...
just had dinner with him a while back.
Did you?
Yeah.
Lunch with him a while back.
Yeah.
And one of the times we had lunch, it might have been that time, we were talking about, he said there's a website, and I got to get that from him, where you can enter in when the nuclear holocaust happens, when nuclear war happens, because from what I read in the news, that's probably tomorrow.
It sounds like we're going to be any day now.
You should edit these as quickly as you can.
I suppose
I can load them up.
Just in case.
Load them up in the thing to keep coming out after we're dead.
Yeah, just in case.
But that's, again, part of my personal theory. He said you can look up where you live and see how close you are to where, likely, targets of nuclear, the nuclear bombs. And what you hope for, of course, and I believe Steve said that he and Jane are in the best scenario, which is you die immediately.
Yeah.
That's what you really want. You don't want you don't want to live in the nuclear winter for, I don't know, 3 weeks melting.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Punchline to follow to this scene.
That's right. Congratulations. As long as we've been doing Son of Frankenstein, that's as long as we have to go.
That's right. You made it halfway. We've somehow made it halfway.
What do you think is probably better? The first half of Son of Frankenstein or the second half of Son of Frankenstein?
Second half.
I think the second half's better. So
we get a little more. We got through a lot of the domesticity and all that nonsense.
And the block and tackle.
Yeah. Well, no, there's plenty of that more to come. But I think we get more Igor and Boris for sure.
Well, exactly, yeah.
So that's my...
Well, although it's my understanding they will never get him out of that coma.
No, but you see him lying there.
He doesn't do anything?
More.
Through the rest of the film, yeah, more.
It's like, it becomes like Weekend at Bernie's. They just drag him around.
Igor's taking his hands and putting them on the people's necks.
Yes. Right. Oh, yeah. It'd be the whisper. I call it the Whispering Ghost. I don't know why I keep doing that.
That's a Milton Berle movie.
Well, then
it's actually pretty.
Why.
It's actually pretty good.
I don't doubt it. But yeah, that's people who haven't seen all of the Frankenstein films. Yeah. They probably will be surprised to learn that he is in a coma for the rest of the series. So like 5 more films. Lou Costello is carrying the limp corpse of
moldering corpse of Glenn Strange.
Around. It's hilarious. But
yeah. You wouldn't have thought that would have been the way to go, but hey, they make it work.
No, House of Dracula. They rappel down and find
it's Dracula's house.
Dracula's house. Have we told enough about? Please don't buy the German Blu-ray.
Oh, you certainly can. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to do something, but it is not the treasure trove that we thought it might be.
You were actually, I think, at my house when I had gotten done ripping the one version. Oh no, I started to rip it.
You started as I was leaving.
It's the same length as the U.S. version, to the second.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I can't differentiate. There's two versions on the disc of this film. One is a bonus feature, and I don't know what the difference is between the two. Because I couldn't get the fucking thing to play. I haven't actually gone through the whole thing, but the other version to me appears to be the old DVD version. Oh, okay. Maybe that's
So it's already shit we had.
Yeah.
It's shit that I even had on my hard drive because I'd make stupid videos of it.
Sure. I will say that the packaging is marvelous.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The packaging is better than anything that Universal has done here. But was it worth $150 for that? No.
Good Christ, no. That's all right.
Oh well, it looks
You live,
good.
you learn.
It looks good on the shelf there.
And, you know...
Clearly I'm not concerned
I'm
about...
just gesturing at 1/3 of Tom's digital media collection. Actually, it's kind of interesting. At Belong Dead Studios North, it says there's a row here of Universal. Well, I don't know. The whole shelf isn't Universal, but it's like horror or whatever.
These
and there's a
two are
middle
all-
section that has like the like I see the Black Cat is on there. I see the Black Cat is on there. Black Cat is on there. You know, that kind of era.
The Black Cat is also on there.
And
Careful.
up on top of that shelf of DVDs are the VHSs. So do you want more VHSs, or are you done collecting
I'm
those?
done with those. I just kept them because...
You just still have them.
I still have them, and I kept them because the artwork on them is gorgeous. That's the only
I've heard that
reason.
before. I don't agree in some cases.
You don't
I
think they are?
look fine.
Oh.
Some of them are good.
I think they're really nice. Compared to some of them that we had in the past, I think they're
I suppose.
really nice.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
I do also
They're certainly
have
not the worst.
the original VHS that I bought, one of the second, third VHS I bought, Duck Soup being the first.
Okay.
I think I've said that before.
Your first was Duck Soup, and you don't know if this was the second or third.
It was in there somewhere. MASH was one of them for some reason.
MASH?
Yeah, I think I
Like
got
volume 1 of the
No, the film.
Alan Alda series?
The film.
All right.
There we go.
There you go. So
Where are you gonna follow us
at
now?
the Patreon
Friend level?
executive level.
Oh, the executive level. You can
I will
tour.
sneak in here.
You can tour the.
No, don't do that. You don't want to give out your address again.
Yeah, I know.
I will sneak in here and I will steal one tape and I will send it to you every month until they're gone.
Till they're gone. You got a ways to go. You got a couple years, probably.
Oh, it's going to be a while till you even notice.
Yeah, probably.
Because all I said was the tape, so I'll leave the box and you'll never.
You can
notice.
have the tapes. It's the box. That
All those boxes do have tapes.
Yeah.
And they're the original tapes.
Yeah. So if they're missing, I know where to look.
Well, no, I don't even know where to look. You got to join at the $30,000 a month level.
Yeah, okay.
It's got a new career as a cat burglar.
Well, there's an egress window over there. It's probably the easiest entry point.
Okay, all right. Thanks for the tip.
Yep, no problem. You just got to clear all that
I
sculpture
see.
stuff out of the way.
Or just kick it over. I mean,
Yeah, that's.
really, if I'm smart, I'll just come in and take them all. You won't notice they'll all be
Well,
empty boxes, and I
Yeah,
can ship
you
them
just dole them out for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sulfur fumes?